Shalom. And I want to start off begging all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Achach Chodesh. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening, pushing forth this word with truth and sincerity, and your few Akwat as well, that's listening with sincerity. All right, today, just coming back to you guys through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And being a Hebrew Israelite is not a religion. Okay, actually, it's a nationality. Okay, and this lesson really was inspired by, the quick little lesson that the elder Apostle Tahar made of, I don't know who the guy is, but I kind of checked this video briefly. Basically, on the title, he said that, he left being a Hebrew Israelite as if he could just, cast away his nationality because they're thinking this thing is a religion, which it's not. Okay, it's really a nationality, man. All right, so let's get a few scriptures to bring out that point, showing you how that you cannot change saying, well, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite anymore. You can't change that. Okay, if your lineage your lineage goes back to that of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, hey, you can't change it. You're an Israelite, regardless if you deny it or if you don't believe it or not. You're an Israelite. Okay. But we know that, only the elect is going to understand that. Okay, really right now, if Jake says they're not an Israelite, hey, cool. Because the Lord really sees them as heathens. That's why he says in Ezekiel, let's get that in Ezekiel real quick. When he says, are you not like the Canaan? Hold on. Basically, he dissed them. He dissed our nation saying, are you not like the children of Canaan unto me or something like that, or Ethiopians? It's in Ezekiel. Hold on, let me try to find it real quick. Just to get it kicking. Hold on. Yeah. Ezekiel 16. 16 and verse 1. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause... I think it's missing some parts. Hold on. Let's get in the blue letter. Sometimes in the KJV, particular verses, to be missing some words. So let's get this in the blue letter. So this is Ezekiel 16 and verse 1. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abomination, and say, Thus saith the Lord power unto Jerusalem, Thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan, and thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother a Hivite. So basically the Lord was dissing our nation because they were following after the ways of Canaan, the Amorites, the Hittites, right? Following after the ways of Ham. So in other words, he didn't consider them as these people. He's like, oh, clearly your father and your mother are Amorites and Hittites because you're behaving like them, right? They weren't behaving as sons and daughters of the living power. And currently till this day, Jake is behaving like this. One day they're in Hebrew Israelite, and now I decide I'm not a Hebrew Israelite anymore. They're preaching false doctrines, whatever. You don't have to necessarily be of Israel for the Lord to deal with you. Oh, look at Balaam and Nebuchadnezzar. Like, this guy was just... Anywho, man, when you watch the video, you could clearly see, the points that he was making. They were weak. Okay? So now let's get this, because we got to understand, too, that for a point in time, we discontinued from our heritage. Okay? It's only now, right now, currently, with the Holy Spirit being sent, all right, we're coming back to our nationality, knowing that we're Israelites. Okay, which once again, it's not a religion. It's a nationality. Okay? So you can't change your nationality. You can't change, you know what? I'm Moab. You know what? No. Okay, whatever nation that you are, that's what you are. Okay, especially if you gravitate towards this word, it resonates with you. You're an Israelite. Okay? Because that's who the words, that's who Salake, the Lord showed his words unto, his covenant. He made a covenant with. He showed the law, statutes, and commandments unto the nation of Israel. And if here it is, you understand it, you comprehend it, whether it is for a point of time, you might have understood it, you're a part of it, and then you decide to go back into the world. I'm not a Hebrew Israelite anymore. No, you still are. Okay? This is Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. It says, and thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. Okay, so the Lord was telling Jeremiah that he was going to discontinue from his heritage, meaning forgetting who he is, that he is one of the sons of the power. Okay, because Jeremiah was there around what, the time of the Babylonian Empire when it was reigning, and he knew he was. He knew he was an Israelite of the tribe of Levi. Okay, because Jeremiah was a Levite. All right, he knew. But what? This was pertaining to future prophecy, where Jeremiah would come back again in his lot, and if for a particular point of time he would not know who he is, he would have discontinued from his heritage. Okay, mainly during the time of slavery, Jake didn't know who they were. It was being out of us, because that was part of prophecy. But now the Lord is actually giving us back our nationality, showing who we are. That's why we know whenever we go out there at camp, right, in the highways and hedges, what we have what's it called? The signs. Okay, we have the plank showing each tribe who they are today, what names they go under today. Okay, how that the Levites are the Haitians, how that Judah is the Negroes, Benjamin is the West Indians, like Jamaica, Trinidad, so on and so forth, right? Ephraim, right? Puerto Rico, things of that nature. Here it is, we're giving our people their nationality back. It's not a religion. Once more, it is not a religion, because people get in, what's that word I'm looking for? Misconstrued. People getting messed up. In other words, I forgot the word I'm looking for, but they misunderstand. Okay, what we're preaching. Okay, they think it's a movement. They think it's just like Christianity or like any other religion, which really is not. It's really a nationality, man. Okay. Now I want to get this too. In Baruch, hold on. Is it Baruch 2? Where it says, in the land of our captivity, we are going to remember ourselves. Yep, Baruch 2, verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. See, in the land of their captivities, we are remembering ourselves. Right here it is in America, which Jake is currently held bondage on all the different places where we're scattered. Hey, we're coming back and knowing who we are. Okay, even the average Jake knows he's an Israelite. They might not have the breath, but regardless, they know that they're an Israelite. Right? Some Jakes pull up and be like, oh, where you from? You're an Israelite? Yeah, I know I'm an Israelite. Yeah. That happens a few times. Okay? Once again, being an Hebrew Israelite is not a religion. It is a nationality. Okay? It's who you are. All right? Nothing else. Right now, we're just being called by these bywords, because that's part of the curses. Part of the curse is that what? We will be bywords. Let's get that in Deuteronomy. We'll be bywords in the streets, man. Basically, going under these different names. Once again, so-called Haitians, right? So-called Puerto Ricans, Cubans, which that's not our true names. That's not our true tribes. Okay, our two tribes is Manasseh, Ephraim, right? Those are the patriarchs of the nation of Israel. Okay, each one of the sons of Jacob is one of the progenitors of the tribes that we know today. Okay, I think it's like in 40 something. Hold on. Is it in 40? Bear with me for a minute. I'm just trying to get that precept where it says, we're going to be a byword in the streets. Hold on. Let me type it in the KJV. Byword. Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 37. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall scatter thee. Yes, right? For the time, the southern kingdom, right? Mainly Judah, okay, right? They would be called like blacks, then went Negroes, colored, all these different bywords. It was changing, which Judah, which is the so-called blacks, Salaka, the so-called Negroes, they're not blacks, they're not Negroes, they're not colored, they're Judah. That's who they are, man. That's an example of these bywords, calling the northern tribe wetbacks, okay, calling the tribe of God rednecks, not rednecks, I mean, I said rednecks, Salakia. I'm talking about Indians, okay, which they're not. They're of the tribe of God, okay? So once again, being an Hebrew Israelite is a nationality, not a religion, okay? Because this is being made known worldwide now, man, right? All type of artifacts and ancient paintings of the medieval times is coming out, showing you how that we used to reign back then, okay? And we're tying it with the scriptures, all right? And showing our people who we are, man. But some of our people, they're not going to accept the message. They're going to say, oh, I'm black. No, I'm not. I'm not a god. I'm Native Indian, right? I'm not Ephraim. I'm Puerto Rican, man. Right? Well, I remember, a couple months back, we had some guys that pulled up, and then, we're trying to break bread with them and whatnot. I think they asked a question, or they were trying to find out what this was about. And then, we asked them, where you from? This, that, the third. They said they were from a certain part of Africa. I forgot which part. But, basically, according to the spirit testing, we kind of see that, not all of them were Jakes, but, there was some Hamites in there. But we could see that there was some Jakes in there, and we tried to tell them, saying that, yeah, we have some of our people down there, but they didn't want to hear it. They were just like, nah, man, I know who I am. I'm from Africa, man. I'm an African, right? He didn't want to hear shit. He didn't want to hear that, here it is. You're actually one of the sons of the living power, man. Jake is actually denying their nationality. Can you believe it, man? Which we can, because it's part of prophecy. Because we know that not all Jakes are going to get it, man. But it's like, when you say it, it's like, damn, man. Although it's written, but when you actually say it, it's like, yo, wow, really? You actually denying to be a son of the living power. Can you imagine that, man? That's major news. That's great news. I remember once I heard that was in Israel, that was great news to me, man. Okay? It took some time for me to actually, get it. But when I heard, I was like, wow, really? Okay. Interesting. That was something that actually, got me interested. I didn't necessarily deny it and say, no, I'm Haitian, man. I didn't deny it. I actually took it into consideration. I'm like, damn, yo. As brother was breaking it down to me, I'm like, oh, shit, maybe I am, yo, And with time, hey, the Lord made it evident. Okay, then I came into this truth. Right? But certain Jakes, they're just going to be in denial mode. Okay, because they're part of the two-third. Unless, something happens to where that the Lord opens up their mind, then they're going to deny it, man. They're going to deny their nationality. Okay, which not all Jakes is going to do it. Some Jakes, they're going to know they're Israelites, but yet they're not going to go, completely end this thing, man. Okay, that's why you can call them what? Those skin Israelites, right? Pertaining to the prophecy in Ezekiel 37, right? The dry bones, right? Which is the whole house of Israel. Some of them received the sinews, but right, they didn't receive the breath. That means what? They know they're Israelites. They know certain parts of the laws, fringes. Okay. And I'm an Israelite of the tribe of this, but yet, the gritty nitty of the scriptures, the deep mysteries, they don't understand it. Okay, they can only go so far. Okay. But I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it off there, man. The point was really made. Got a few precepts showing you how that we discontinued for a particular point in time, and then now we're coming back. That's why you see this movement, quote, quote, okay, going around of, particular men, okay, in the streets, wearing so-called dresses, you can may call them, but truly they're garments, okay, and basically breathing back salaka, and basically teaching our people, all right, and showing them who they are, and also prophesying about the downfall of this current wicked kingdom, which is what? Babylon the Great, aka America, man. All right, but I'm gonna close it off there, man. Giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chodesh. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.